climbing is pretty awesome. Just when you start feeling like you're a badass, without fail, climbing is there to put you back in your place, put you back on solid ground, and remind you that you have a lot more to do and a lot more to learn.
Oh, so close! Pretty good, man.
I had this experience yesterday. Lately, for the past year, I've had a lot more success in my climbing than ever before. Put down a couple of 514As, climbed my hardest boulder, rated V11. I've been feeling strong overall as well. Been able to unlock some strength moves that I haven't ever been able to do before. And so yeah, been feeling pretty good. People have been making comments as well, like, oh man, you're climbing, your back looks so alien, your muscles are so defined now. Yesterday, some guy was asking me, hey, where do you get your steroids? I don't know how serious he was. But hearing things like this make me think, yeah, you know, I'm looking pretty powerful out there. I don't do steroids, by the way. But anyway, yeah, so yesterday I decided to go to Foster Falls, Tennessee. And I hadn't climbed there in quite a while. The last time I really climbed there seriously was probably 9 years ago. I think I went a couple of times past 9 years, but it was not very serious. And I was not in good shape when I went, so I wasn't able to try anything new. The only route that I hadn't done there was Kill or Be Killed, a 513C that I got on very briefly about 14 years ago and decided I just wasn't at that level yet. But it felt like a good day to get on something like that. And I thought, okay, so for the first time, I'm gonna try doing something at that difficulty, 513C, in one day, which I had never done before. 513C. Oh, I've done 14A after all. How hard could it be? Oh yeah, it beat me up pretty hard. My plan was to spend one try to figure out the moves and then start giving it red point attempts. So that's what I did. But the surprise was that every hard section felt way harder than I thought it would. Way harder than I expected. And so that first try took quite a bit of energy and it depleted my finger strength, I think. But I gave it a red point attempt anyway. The success on that red point attempt was bittersweet because I was able to get through that first hard crux section, which I think is the hardest part of the climb. But by the time I got to that last boulder problem, I just had nothing left in my grip.
Calma. Yeah, dude, calma.
And it didn't matter at that point how big the holds were. My hands just opened up and said, no way, man. I am not holding on. So that was kind of disheartening. I worked that last section for a bit. I ended up figuring out the most optimal way of doing it, I think, which was with a pretty powerful right heel hook. But I wanted something better. I wanted to be 100% sure that even if I get there pumped, I would be able to send this thing. But I don't think it's possible right there. I tried with knee bars. I just could not make it work. And the thing is, at that point, it felt like I needed to fly, basically, to make that part feel easier. And yeah, I can't fly, so there was no way to do it that day. Next time I go, I think I'll have a really good shot at sending it. And that would also be a pretty good success, because I've never been able to do 513C on my second day. But still, I just thought I was at that level where I could do this climb in one day. And I should be at that level. I could attribute this to, I don't know, not sleeping well during the week leading up to it. My diet wasn't that good. Maybe I wasn't recovered enough. It was kind of hot that day. Maybe friction wasn't great. But man, let me tell you, The Rock does not care about the excuses. It just cares about whether you can climb it or not. And that's the thing, man. It's good for you to get your ass kicked sometimes. But overall, it was a great day. Got to climb with a new friend I had met from Italy. Told me some good stories. The vibe was really cool at Foster Falls. But like usual after a climbing day, I reminisce about the climb that I tried, or the climbs that I tried, and how they made me feel, what I might have learned from them. And in this particular instance, something came to mind. Some people have been telling me that maybe I'm too hard on myself. And they ask me, why are you trying so hard to climb hard? You're already strong and impressive. Why, instead of just being happy and satisfied with where you are, why are you trying to do impossible things? Impossible things being eventually wanting to get to where I can climb 515A and boulder V14. Not V15, since I'm not a boulder specialist. V14 will suffice. And yeah, I think to the people that really understand the difficulty of climbing these grades, they may think it's quite impossible for me to do that. To a lot of people that really don't understand what these grades mean, they think, yeah, of course you can do anything that you set your mind to. I think the true answer is somewhere in between. I think it's just barely possible for me. And so that's why I'm going to keep trying. But going back to what those people said, those people being some of my family members, say to me sometimes, why can't you just be satisfied with where you are? You know, you're really fit, you climb hard enough. why are you putting so much stress in your life? Why are you making it so hard on yourself when you could just be normal like everybody else? And that's what I was thinking on the drive back. Why am I doing this? Well, I think it's because putting myself in that situation where I have to go through these trials and tribulations, where I have to get through these extremely difficult obstacles to reach some of my goals, that is what makes me happy. Even though I try hard and I have to endure hardship, deep down underneath all of that pain, sweat, and tears, there is joy. There's an underlying satisfaction and value that is brought to my life that I wouldn't trade for anything. And it makes me think that that is the case for a lot of things in life. Your job, your relationships. You know, a lot of us, we've got to work hard in our jobs. We have to work hard in our relationships. But in the end, just like trying to climb hard, even when you might get angry or you might get frustrated or you might lose heart, there has to be that underlying joy, because only then will it be worth it. I think the things that truly give us fulfillment and satisfaction in life, happiness, are hard things. Things that we're willing to put a lot of effort towards. And it's key to remember that when we're doing these things, if we feel like we're wasting our time, and after we accomplish some hard feat, if we don't have a sense of euphoria, a sense of accomplishment, then we may be doing the wrong thing. Instead of that, if we feel like throwing up, or if we feel like, oh man, I can't believe I wasted so much time after we accomplish these things, then you may need to rethink what you're doing. Again, that applies to your job, that applies to your relationships, that applies to climbing. And I think if I ever reach that day in climbing where I've put in a lot of effort and I feel like it was wasted, even when I send, that may be the day that I retire from climbing. But I just can't see that ever happening though. Oh man, I'm gonna keep trying hard. I'm gonna keep getting better. So you guys do the same. Get out there, climb some stuff. Peace out. See you next time.